Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Groh. Here at CBS 8, we are working for you. We're getting to the bottom of problems that you have asked about, and we're looking for solutions. We begin with a common complaint among San Diego drivers: potholes. Last week, we asked viewers to answer our CBS 8 survey on potholes, and we've had a lot of responses with a lot of similar complaints. CBS 8's Brian White is working for you to give us a closer look at the feedback.
Yeah, we received nearly 100 responses in less than 24 hours telling us about potholes and broken roads in neighborhoods all around the county. From cracked roads to damaged vehicles, the responses have been pouring in.
It's just pothole after pothole, and it's dangerous. You see cars swerving to avoid it.
David Lang responded to our survey with frustrations about College Avenue in Del Cerro.
This road is in absolute disrepair. It's not a good reflection of this neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood, tons of pride of ownership here, and this road doesn't represent that.
I saw a patch truck out here Thursday with a two-man crew working to fill the many potholes that run up and down this road.
This whole street, it's been fracked with all the rain that we've had recently, so it's a patchwork of new asphalt.
Bridget Bennett told us about the damage to her car 3 weeks ago in Claremont.
We blew a tire, and it was like, what's going on with this? And how many people have broken axles? How many people broken tires?
The road here on Claremont Drive is in disarray because city crews are laying down new pipeline for the sewer. I reached out to the city's transportation department. They told me the work will continue until the end of next year. And after that, this stretch of road could be resurfaced if funding allows.
It's sort of like a war zone. It's just uneven, and it's not good on the car. It's not good for control of the car.
Meanwhile, in Del Cerro, the frustration continues.
It's such a terrible road. It's rough to ride on, drive on. It's an embarrassment.
A city spokesperson told me this stretch of College Avenue, along with parts of Del Cerro Boulevard, are scheduled to be repaved by the end of June. Now, again, we want to hear from you. We want to know what the road conditions are like in your neighborhood. Just text the word pothole to 858-571-8888 and let us know about the potholes and what the road conditions are like in your neck of the woods, anywhere around the county. I'm Brian White for CBS 8.
And coming up in just minutes, we're going to show you the street that has been getting the most complaints and how you might be able to get the city to cover repairs to your car. And we do have a follow-up to a story that we covered in January. Residents at Palomar Estates Mobile Home Park in San Marcos were left with questions about the giant holes in their backyards and when they'd be fixed. Frustrated with the lack of answers, they reached out to CBS 8. Working for you, our Alex Lai checked back in with neighbors to see the progress that's been made.
I stood in this exact spot 2 months ago when this yard was just a dug-up hole of dirt. Residents say 2 days later, the city and park started taking action, and now, as you can see, construction is underway. What was once just a tarp covering holes along San Marcos Boulevard is now a construction site. I first met neighbors Jack and Melissa when Melissa contacted CBS 8 about worsening sinkholes in their backyards. The property owner, Palomar Estates, storm drain eroded, causing water to seep into the slope and form giant holes. With the storm drain failing, streets flooded when it rained and pumps were strung across homes.
I called you the next day you were out here. We had the meeting at the park, and then everything started rolling. I really think if not for you, it would not have, we'd still be sitting here waiting.
CBS 8 reached out to the city of San Marcos and learned that Palomar Estates tried fixing the pipe with concrete slurry, but it migrated under the city storm drain.
Everything became transparent. The city explained exactly what was going to happen. The park explained what's going to happen. And we all walked away really happy because for the first time in 18 months, we knew what was going on.
Fast forward to today, San Marcos crews are working to clear the public storm drain blocked by the slurry.
They're down there chipping out concrete, and they have the manholes on site.
When city repairs are done, Palomar Estates will fix its private storm drain.
And they're going to line it with epoxy so that it can't leak.
Once repaired, rain should drain properly and pumps can be removed. The closed laundry and car wash will reopen as well. And nearly 2 years later, residents will get their yards and their peace back.
It's a relief. It's a relief because, like I said the first time, you know, we're all older people in this park, and a lot of us have disabilities and other issues, and this is our forever home.
The work is expected to be completed by June or July, just in time for Jack and Melissa to enjoy their yards for the summer. Working for you in San Marcos, I'm Alex Live for CBS 8.
And we're also working to get answers about what's being done to address the delay in clearing encampments along San Diego freeways after another fire broke out near traffic. A fire last Thursday comes just a day after another similar incident caused traffic around the Coronado Bridge. CBS 8's Alex Cheney is working for you and shows us why Caltrans isn't cleaning up these messes any faster.
Here's video from this morning of a small fire by the 94 and 15 interchange near Choyas Creek. And just yesterday, a fire beneath an I-5 underpass in the Logan Heights area disrupted morning traffic. Caltrans is the government agency that is required to clean encampments, but from what we see, the current procedures often leave months between scheduled cleanups. I spoke to State Senator Catherine Blakespear over Zoom this afternoon about her proposed bill, SB 569, which compels Caltrans to work with local agencies to clean up encampments in a timely manner.
We need Caltrans to be working with those local agencies arm in arm, hand in hand to solve the problem. It really shouldn't be about finger pointing or saying this is somebody else's land. We should say this is a humanitarian crisis and we need to work together to solve it.
CBS 8 has reached out to Caltrans repeatedly the last 2 days, and we have received no official statement. Senator Blakespear says it's important to keep pressure on government agencies.
Part of your role as the watchdog of government is really good that you're pressing them because you're saying this matters to our viewers, this matters to you as a reporter and the Fourth Estate that's keeping an eye on government. And so you're wanting a response. And I think that's really great because ultimately, how do we get movement from all levels, all people, stopping the finger pointing and just solve the problem? And ultimately, it does come from this kind of pressure. So I'm really glad that you're doing that.
And that was Alex Cheney reporting. Senator Blakespear went on to say that the bill is going in front of the Transportation Committee in Sacramento on April 22nd. And next, our coverage of San Diego's bumpy roads continues. How you might be able to get the city to pay for repairs if a pothole damaged your vehicle. Plus, a first-of-its-kind neighborhood, how these new homes protect residents from fire. Welcome back. Earlier, we brought you a story about road conditions in San Diego and our CBS 8 survey on potholes. CBS 8's Brian White went out to Gold Coast Drive in Mira Mesa, which was the top mentioned road in our survey. Brian has more on that and how you might be able to get the city of San Diego to pay for your car repairs after you've been damaged by a pothole.
Pothole after pothole, dodging one after another.
The potholes get worse every time it rains, and many people are pulling out of their lane into your lane when trying to avoid the potholes, making it really dangerous.
Out of the 200 responses so far to our CBS 8 pothole survey, Gold Coast Drive was complained about the most.
It's bad. I think they should just shut the road down all in all until they get it fixed. It is very bad. The potholes are very deep and they're every 2 to 3 feet.
Tracy Snebelins lived here 26 years. She says Gold Coast has gotten real bad over the past 2 years. I drove it myself. The potholes are everywhere. I found it difficult to navigate and drive safely with other cars on the road.
You're going to have to swerve out of the way. People are doing that to avoid potholes, which makes drivers go into the other lane, and it is a safety hazard.
I reached out to San Diego's Transportation Department. They told me there's a bunch of ongoing capital improvement projects here, like storm drain improvements and water main pipes, but they've had to reroute underground utility lines, causing unforeseen delays.
I'm sure the people who do wheel alignments are happy about this because you hit these potholes pretty hard and you can feel it. You can just feel it through the car's suspension.
If your vehicle is damaged by potholes in San Diego, you may be able to seek reimbursement from the city for those repairs. Just make sure to take pictures, keep your repair estimates, and hold on to those receipts.
Oh, it's horrible on the cars. It's very horrible on the cars. And I mean, for people that can't get it fixed right away, I mean, what are they going to do for transportation? Because it is doing really some significant damage on cars.
And that was Brian White reporting. We have all the information on where to submit your claim for reimbursement at CBS8.com. And as far as Gold Coast Drive goes, a city spokesperson says they hope to have it repaved by the end of this year. Meanwhile, we have an update on a story we've been working for you on about a big construction project in City Heights. University Avenue is now open again, but there's still a lot of construction work that needs to be done, forcing some side streets to remain closed. Business owners in the area say they are frustrated and that the construction is impacting their bottom line. That includes Andrew Benavides, the owner of Cafina Coffee Shop.
Recovery mode now, so that's a long journey from the past 2 years. I feel like a nightmare is an understatement. We were doing a lot better, surprisingly, during COVID than we did during the construction. That's how bad it impacted the business.
The $13 million project includes installing roundabouts, raised center medians, new asphalt, new stormwater drains, sidewalks, and more. The city has said they expect the project to be fully completed this spring, but business owners tell us they are skeptical. As wildfires continue to ravage California communities, a new development in North County is looking to change the game. A planned community in Escondido near Lake Holford is designed to do something many thought was impossible: outsmart the flames. CBS 8's Abby Black is working for you and takes us inside the first neighborhood in the state certified as engineered to resist wildfires.
In the shadows of California's wildfire threats, one home builder is taking a revolutionary approach and constructing an entire neighborhood designed to fight flames block by block.
You can see embers flying through the air.
At a builders conference last summer, KB Home Southern California Regional General Manager Steve Roffner witnessed a game-changing demonstration by the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety, known as IBHS, a nonprofit research organization that works to help reduce property damage to enhance building materials during natural disasters.
The home built in the 80s burned down in about 45 minutes. The home built to their standards did not burn at all. And I was so taken by it.
That demonstration sparked a collaboration between KB Home and IBHS to develop the Dixon Trail neighborhood in Escondido.
We're looking across 64 homes. We're in the first designated wildfire prepared neighborhood.
IBHS CEO Roy Wright walks us around the home to show us their comprehensive fire resistance strategy.
The siding, it's stucco. It's not flammable. The eaves are entirely enclosed, and it's a tile roof.
While California fire zone codes require Class A rated materials, Wright says that they've gone further, adding dual pane tempered windows and a critical defense space.
The clearest path to insurability is reducing risk, and this neighborhood is reducing its risk.
The potential impact extends beyond individual homes.
If fire is to come down out of one of those foothills, this will serve as a passive fire break, literally protecting the next neighborhood.
KB Home did not disclose the exact cost of fire-resistant materials, but homes are priced at Escondido's median, starting at about $1 million.
And that's why we're doing this project, is really understand what things can we do that would be more economical if we did the elevations a certain way, design it a certain way.
As California continues to face increasing wildfire risks, this neighborhood represents a potential blueprint for resilient community design.
Over the course of this year, we need to see a dozen more developments move in this direction across the state, and then we need to see this just become normal.
In Escondido, Abby Black, CBS 8.
Kids are counting down to summer break, but are their parents ready? Coming up, how to lock down those expensive summer camps and maybe even save some money. It might be hard to believe, but parents have already been working to plan summer break for their kids. And like everything else these days, the cost of camp has gone up, creating more stress for families. CBS 8's Shannon Handy is working for you on this story and shares some tips that could help you save.
For some families, the cost of summer camp is the equivalent of paying rent. And while that is a tough pill to swallow, there are ways to save.
Way too expensive.
Parents checking out summer camps right now are experiencing sticker shock, realizing how much pricier they are compared to last year.
I was super surprised. I was not expecting that at all.
I have a 10, a 7, and she's 3. So for
family of 5, with that price, we can afford it.
Though prices vary depending on type and location, according to the most recent data available from the American Camp Association, or ACA, the average cost of camp is $87 a day. That's $435 per week, or more than $1,700 a month per child.
What I can tell you anecdotally that we're hearing from the field is, of course, costs are going up again for the same reasons are going up for everybody else.
Henry DeHart is the interim president and CEO of ACA, a nonprofit that oversees the quality of camp programs. He says those reasons include increased wages, food prices, and insurance.
Property insurance is significantly challenged with wildfires in the west and hurricanes in the east. Liability insurance is going up. If you think about food costs or the cost of construction, all of that folds into higher prices for camp.
Honey, we have a problem. Hey, can you quit your job?
This dad poked fun at the issue on social media, expressing what so many parents are feeling right now.
Well, the biggest expense we have in Y Camp is staffing.
Shelley McTighe Rippengale is the executive vice president of YMCA San Diego County. She tells me the price for YMCA camps has gone up by less than 5%, but doesn't want parents to be discouraged. In an effort to make camp affordable and accessible to all, the YMCA has raised more than $8 million this year to offer scholarships that can help.
We've been able to provide about 15,000 people in San Diego County a scholarship to come to camp, overnight camp or day camp. So if you think you might qualify, come ask. Go to the front desk of a Y, because we want to meet people where they're at.
They also offer payment plans for those who need it. But it's not just the YMCA. McTighe Rippengale suggests you ask the camp you're interested in if they too offer financial support. Other tips include seeking a scholarship through a civic organization, looking into the Child Independent Care Tax Credit, which could offset up to $3,000 per child, and if possible, consider sending your child to camp for half days or a portion of the summer. Cost aside, camps are more popular post-COVID, with some already full. So make sure you sign up as soon as possible and join waiting lists, since openings can often pop up. Working for you, Shanna Handy, CBS 8.
Now, we do have some good news for your breakfast. Egg prices are finally starting to come down. According to the Agriculture Department, wholesale eggs dropped to $3 per dozen, a 9% decline from the prior week. The American Farm Bureau says the lower costs come from noticeably fewer bird flu cases. Consumers have also been buying fewer eggs, which has helped stores restock. But egg prices remain historically high. The Consumer Price Index says they are nearly 59% more expensive than they were this time last year. And it will be more expensive to park along the waterfront. The Port of San Diego just hiked parking rates at Spanish Landing Park, the Embarcadero, Marina Parks, and Shelter Island. You can see the new rates right there on your screen. Spanish Landing Park doubles to $2. Embarcadero Marina Parks North and South up 75 cents to $2.50. And Shelter Island has gone up $1 more to $2.25. Some will go up even more in July. Parking at nearly a dozen other locations like Cesar Chavez Park and Harbor Island Park will remain free. That is going to do it for us. Remember, if there is something that you'd like us to look into, email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.